The Alaskan sky, a vast canvas of gray and white, doesn't scare men like Captain Daniel Miller. For him, it's just another day at the office. But today, the office is fighting back. His small cargo plane, a trusted old bird, climbs over the jagged, snow-draped peaks. Below, the wilderness is beautiful but unforgiving. A crackle on the radio breaks the engine's drone. Mayday, mayday, all aircraft, turn back. A severe blizzard is hitting the ranges. I repeat, turn back immediately. The voice is strained, urgent. But Daniel just grips the yoke tighter. He glances at the cargo behind him. It's not just boxes, it's hope. Life-saving medical supplies for two isolated villages cut off by the sudden, brutal winter. Turning back isn't an option. The storm hits like a fist. Snowflakes turn into a blinding wall of white. The wind howls, tossing the tiny plane around like a leaf in a hurricane. Ice begins to crust on the wings, a deadly weight. The instruments flicker. Every instinct, every ounce of his training screams at him to give up. The mountains seem to rise up, ready to swallow him whole. He fights the controls, his knuckles white. He thinks of the families waiting, the children who need medicine, the elders shivering in the cold. Their faces, etched in his mind, become his compass. He's not just flying a plane. He's carrying a lifeline. Through the chaos, a single thought powers him forward. Not today. I will not fail them. With sheer determination, he pushes through the storm's fury. The plane shudders, groans, but holds together. Then, as suddenly as it began, the blizzard eases. Through a break in the clouds, he sees it, a faint cluster of lights, the first village. A wave of relief washes over him, so powerful it almost brings him to his knees. He's made it. Against all odds, hope has landed. Daniel Miller isn't a hero in the headlines. He's one of the quiet ones whose courage is measured not in medals, but in lives touched. Stories like his remind us that the greatest acts of bravery often happen far from the spotlight, in the heart of a storm. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking and subscribing for more tales of unsung heroes. Fly safe. The gentle hum of the engines was the only sound, a steady lullaby in the vast, empty sky. Then a sudden, violent shudder ripped through the fuselage. My heart leaped into my throat. Warning lights blared, a chaotic symphony of red and amber. I scanned the instruments, my training kicking in, but my blood ran cold. One engine was gone. The plane lurched, tilting violently to one side. I fought the controls, my knuckles white, sweat beading on my forehead despite the cabin's chill. Then the second engine coughed, sputtered, and died. Silence. A terrifying, absolute silence, broken only by the shriek of the wind against the dying aircraft. Below me, a sea of white. Jagged peaks and endless, snow-covered forest. There was nowhere to go. The ground rushed up to meet us with brutal speed. My world became a blur of spinning metal, shattering glass, and the deafening roar of impact. Then darkness. I awoke to an agonizing hole that seeped into my very bones. Pain, sharp and blinding, shot through my leg. I was alive. Somehow, I was alive. The cockpit was a mangled wreck, a twisted metal tomb open to the howling wind. Outside, a blizzard raged, a swirling vortex of white that swallowed everything. Survival. The word echoed in my mind. I had to move. I spotted the emergency medical bag, a splash of red against the snow. Gritting my teeth against the pain, I crawled from the wreckage, my breath pluming in the frigid air. I grabbed the bag, my only lifeline in this frozen wasteland. With the tattered remains of the plane disappearing behind me into the whiteout, I took my first agonizing step. I didn't know where I was going. I only knew I had to keep walking. One step, then another, into the heart of the storm. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. It really helps us out. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Scene opens with the sounds of howling wind and crunching snow. The wind bites, a relentless predator in this vast white wilderness. Every breath is a fight, a cloud of vapor stolen away the moment it leaves my lungs. The snow isn't just falling. It's a physical assault, a blinding curtain that turns the world into a swirling vortex of gray and white. My eyelashes are frozen, heavy with ice, and each step is a gamble, a plunge into the unknown depths of the drifts. They said it couldn't be done. No man can make it through the storm, they warned. The pass is sealed, but I didn't hear their words. All I could hear was the fevered cry of a child, the hushed, desperate prayers of a mother. That's the sound that pushes me forward. That's the fire burning in my chest, a small but defiant flame against the Arctic's icy grip. This bag, it feels like it weighs a ton. It's not just the glass vials and the sterile packaging inside. It's the weight of hope. The weight of a promise I made, not with words, but with a nod of my head as I shouldered the responsibility. My legs are screaming, my lungs are on fire, but my mind is clear. Left foot, right foot, keep moving. Don't think about the cold. Think about the warmth of a life saved. Think about the smiles that will replace the tears. It's easy to get lost out here, not just in the landscape, but in your own mind. The cold whispers lies, telling you to just sit down, to rest for a moment. It promises a peaceful, warm sleep. But that's a siren song I can't listen to. Giving up isn't an option. Not when an entire village is counting on this one single delivery. Every grueling step is a victory against a force of nature that wants to swallow me whole. Then, through the blizzard's haze, I see it. A flicker, a light, a single golden point of light in the endless white. Is it real? Or is my mind finally playing tricks on me? I push harder, stumbling, crawling, my body a machine running on its last fumes of willpower. The light grows brighter, multiplying. It's the lights of the village. It's real. Figures emerge from the swirling snow, running towards me. Their shouts are lost to the wind, but I can see the urgency, the hope in their movements. The world starts to spin, the edges of my vision blurring to black. I feel my knees buckle, the snow rushing up to meet me. But as I fall, a smile breaks across my frozen face. My hand, numb and weak, tightens its grip on the medical bag. I made it. We made it. Thank you so much for watching this story of courage and determination. If it moved you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content that celebrates the human spirit. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. The wind howls, a relentless symphony of ice and fury. In the heart of this blizzard, a lone figure pushes forward, each step a testament to sheer will. The cold bites deep, a merciless predator, but something stronger burns within him, a promise. He's not just fighting the storm. He's fighting for the lives huddled in the isolated village ahead, cut off from the world, their supplies dwindling, their hope fading with the setting sun. He carries medicine, food, and the warmth of a world they thought had forgotten them. The weight on his back is nothing compared to the weight of their survival on his shoulders. His breath comes in ragged, white plumes. The snow is a blinding curtain, and every landmark has vanished. But he navigates by instinct, by the pull of the human spirit, a compass pointing toward compassion. He stumbles, the snow greedily pulling him down. For a moment he lies still, the temptation to surrender, to let the peaceful white silence claim him, is almost overwhelming. But then he sees their faces in his mind, the children, the elders, the families waiting, and he rises. Finally, through the swirling chaos, a faint light, the village. He has made it. He delivers the supplies, his mission complete. A wave of relief washes over him, so profound it feels like the end of a long, arduous war. He has given them a fighting chance. As the villagers gather around the precious cargo, he slips away, finding a quiet spot to rest, just for a moment. Days later, the storm breaks. The rescue team arrives, their helicopters carving through the crisp, clear air. They find the village, weak but alive, their gratitude a palpable force. And then they find him, resting peacefully under a blanket of fresh snow, a faint smile on his face. He looks like he's merely sleeping, a hero at rest after his final greatest act. He didn't just bring supplies, he brought them the future. Sometimes the greatest courage is found not in the fight, but in the giving of one's last breath so that others may draw their first. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content that celebrates the human spirit. Stay safe and be kind. Ever felt like you're standing alone in the snow, watching the world move in slow motion around you? The air is crisp and cold, each breath a small cloud in the vast, quiet space. It's in these moments of stark stillness, with soft snowflakes gently landing, that we often find the clearest reflections of ourselves. The world fades away, and all that's left is you, the rhythm of your own heart, and the silent, epic story unfolding within. These aren't just moments of solitude. They are powerful invitations to look deeper, to understand the journey that has brought you here. This is your story, painted against a canvas of cold and quiet, waiting to be heard. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more moments of reflection.